So the question is, how do you buy an airplane? We'll stick with us on FlyWire for the modern look at how you buy airplanes. Hey, I'm Scott Perdue, and today on FlyWire we're going to talk a real short look at how the people are buying airplanes right now. Auctions, you know, the big airplanes are going. They've got a 737-500 on auction, a couple of helicopters, some jets and citations and things like that, and they've got this Bonanza right there, and that just went for $92,500. So this is known as an absolute auction, where there's no reserve, the airplane starts at zero, and it is going to sell. Kind of a scary prospect when you think about it.
Hey gentlemen, on the Bonanza. Hey guys, thank you so much for coming to our live private auction. We used to have 300 people and food and booze and all of that. We want to get you real liquored up before you bid on aircraft. So all of you guys are registered bidders.
It's the studio setup. This is during the 421C auction. Kind of interesting. Wasn't really set up for live bidders. There were 10 of us live bidding, and as far as I know, we were all going after the Bonanza. So I didn't have much of a chance. Oh well, it's the way it goes. I had done a little bit of a pre-buy on it, so I had a number in mind, and I was going to stick to that number, period. This 421 went for about 70, and basically I think it had run-out engines and not great avionics, so I'm not sure how good of a deal that was. This is Jake. He's the auctioneer. That's me.
There you go, guys. Auction's on. Stand by. 5,000. 10,000. 10. Anybody? We're at 30. 10. We're at 50. We're at 50. Wow, that went quick. Anybody? Asking 70. Anybody? We're at 70, y'all. 70.
I'll take it 70.
Yep. We're at 92.5. 92.5. We disallowed pre-bids and people came right back in. That doesn't make for great TV. I like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's what it is.
And that was essentially the auction itself. That's what we could see of the live auction on TV right there on the left, and then these guys were the ones that were talking at that time. And this is a break during the auction. The whole thing took about a minute to get to the 92.5, what was eventually the sale point, and it was real quick and hard to follow. Jake did a good job, but it was still pretty hard to follow as the part of the live audience, live bidders portion of it.
So you're looking at a great
It's just an idea of what it's like on TV. This is the 737 that went up for
You
auction.
still have a little over 3 minutes to jump in and place those bids on high bid. 500, now 525.
525 on the bid there. You know, this aircraft to me this is my all-time favorite aircraft. So let's just put all the cards on the table, right?
Okay.
This is my dream aircraft, the Boeing 737-500 BBJ. It's one of the most iconic, of all time, being a 737. Then you have the performance of the 500 series, which is a classic, yes, but it also allows you to fly in and out of shorter runways than most. I really love this aircraft. I think it's really an amazing airframe, and for the value, it's $600,000.
So there you have it. The modern way to buy an airplane by auction. All it takes is about a minute, and you've got your price. After 5 minutes, the heavy breathing's over and the deal's done. Kind of a scary proposition, if you ask me. You still have to do all the normal stuff. You got to take pictures, you got to detail it, you got to put the specs out there, and they promote it on the auction website and all that. So that's all pretty much the same, but there's no real chance to do a pre-buy, and it's final. Boom. This was an absolute auction for that S-35, and it seemed like basically a pretty nice airplane. And in the end, it went for VREF, and it kind of stuck on VREF, which is kind of understandable. And most of those people that were bidding they were online, and they hadn't seen the airplane. I did a little bit of a pre-buy beforehand, so I found a few issues that were of concern to me, and that set a floor or a ceiling, basically, actually, of a number for me for the bidding. And during the actual auction, you know, it wouldn't took less than a minute. Boom! They were through my number in seconds. You know, it was really hard to keep up. They really hadn't prepared. Is that a hit on them? Not necessarily, but they hadn't prepared for the 10 of us there that were going to live bid on the Bonanza. A couple of guys ended up bidding for it, but they were kicked out pretty quick. And so it was a heck of an experience. Okay, I think I don't know. Is that the future? I guess I'm just an iconoclast, so I think, is that a good thing or bad thing? I don't know. You be the judge. Decide what you want, how you want to sell your airplane. Me, I prefer to kind of dig it a little bit more in depth on the airplane and see what I face. So anyway, I hope you learned something. You can make a judgment whether you want to sell your airplane that way or not, or buy an airplane that way or not. Hope you liked the video. And if you did, hit subscribe. It'll look kind of like that right there. Hit like. That helps me with the whole YouTube thing. And well, and thanks for my Patreon supporters. I'll put them right up there. Without them, it would be much harder to put these videos on. And oh, by the way, we do every month we get together and we do a Zoom call where we have a chat. Sometimes we have guests and stuff like that, and we talk about anything you want to talk about, and maybe a little bit what I want to talk about. So that's about it, I guess, for this time. So we'll see you next time on FlyWire. Click this link for the latest upload. Click this link for whatever YouTube thinks you ought to watch. Or you can click this link to subscribe. Thanks for watching.